Supreme Court will put him back on the ballot. See, the problem with that logic is there has to be a threshold, right? Because the Constitution's clear. There is very clearly a threshold that somebody can break that would preclude them from being involved in an election. And the question is, what is that? If he is convicted of January 6th, there's no question, right? He has been involved to rebel against the United States government and to overthrow it. There's no question about that. That will remove him from office. Technically speaking, Chesebro pleading guilty is enough because it says you only have to be involved with someone that rebelled against the United States government. And Chesebro very clearly did a lot of that. Depending on what the Supreme Court says, yes, but there is a threshold that will remove him from office, and that is at bare minimum conviction. Bare minimum conviction. So if he is convicted, he gets removed from the ballot. The problem is we're going to be deep in the election at that point. I just don't think Nikki Haley, I don't think they're going to pick her. And I don't know that I don't think DeSantis likes her. I think she's an obvious choice, but I don't think DeSantis likes her. And
I
she would outshine him, which would be weird.
They will try to play their black card and say that the Republican Party's not racist with Tim Scott. And then they'll lose because no one fucking likes Tim Scott.
Yeah, I don't think so. Where's Tim Scott from again?
South Carolina.
I think they picked someone more advantageous. Where's Nikki Haley from again?
Also same state.
South Carolina. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think they go for either of them. A Youngkin would be a smart move, but I don't think he wants it. So,
imagine
Supreme Court ruled on it.
7 months just to get 3%.
Yeah. Guy can join.
Come on in.
So here's the thing. Haley is a very real possibility in a general election for beating Joe Biden. And I think she's the only candidate that it's clear that she could outperform him. Right? She's has some crazy stuff. But I think it's clear that she is the biggest concern in the race right now. DeSantis, I'm less worried about because every time the guy talks, people dislike him more. So, he's very clear. He's just not. It's something short-circuited upstairs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the problem is when you get out of that primary, when you're in that primary phase, right? And let's say that Donald Trump drops out today. One, she's a person of color and a woman. DeSantis is not. Those people in the Trump base are going to flock to DeSantis, at least in the polls. People that will show up. I don't think she picks up very much base from that Trump support. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
She could be viewed as a unifier in the Republican Party. So, she's...
Who do you think Trump's going to select?
Crazy. I think he's going to... he's going to go someone he thinks he can control. Wouldn't it be funny if he selected his daughter?
Well, she doesn't like him anymore.
The Biden base has been abandoning him. I don't think... it's still yet to be seen, but we're going to get closer to the election. You got to remember, people aren't paying attention to what Trump's doing, right? They're paying attention to what's in the news. And so Donald Trump is in the news, but not for things he's saying. And when he starts saying crazy shit again, people will be like, fuck, I remember why I voted against this guy. Stop looking at diversity as a reason for winning. Look for the best person to win. I'm not saying it's... I'm saying that diversity plays a role. Duh. Like, what?
Hello.
Boogie Burger. Didn't this guy get...
What's up? He looks familiar.
Are you debating?
Yeah, you guys better hope that Trump gets back in there if they even have an election.
They will?
Right?
I don't know if they will.
They did last time.
Well, we're at war now.
No, we're not. We voted during the Civil War
No.
and every other world war since.
Well, I understand that, but they made an act. I forget what the date is, but I can look it up.
Do you know the name of it? I've got a computer in front of me.
All right. It's a wartime act,
Okay. Yes.
and Biden just
The name of it?
implemented it. He just sent the letter over to Congress.
Excuse me, the name of the Wartime Act?
Here, let me look it up real quick.
Cool.
Biden did not send it to Congress. Near. They just like it's just what I mean. I'm gonna be real with you. The level of mass delusion. Hey Miller, you can join or you can be quiet. Okay, those are your options. I mean, the full blown like mass delusion that Republicans are living under now is so fucking sickeningly detached from reality that it actually makes me physically annoyed. Like it gives me physical anxiety because of how detached it is, right? It's always like it's literally like a fucking connect the dot for how Biden caused any given thing. Right? If I was to literally do a news story about how like the trees in Argentina are being cut down because blah, blah, blah. They would find a way to link it back to Biden. It's so sickeningly just detached. Joe Biden caused what's going on in Israel and Palestine because of blah, blah. You notice nobody's over here sitting here finding a way to blame Trump for when the conflict in 2019. Like nobody's finding a way. Oh my God, I can't believe Trump did that. Nobody even fucking blames Trump.
Biden caused the earthquakes in Hungary.
Tommy, do you know who the Millennium Force is?
Oh, you're back? Can I get the name of that act, please?
I just read it. It's in the New York Times. Washington.
What is it?
Times.
You've been off the app. I could not hear anything, dude. This isn't a phone where you can go off the app and I can still hear you. So
it's War Powers.
The Washington Times is not a source.
The War Powers Act.
The Washington Times is not a source. The Washington Times is a blog of particularly right-wing conspiratorial people.
Well, I mean, it's not a secret. I mean, it's been everywhere.
Yeah, the War Powers Act isn't new, but what does this have to do with the election?
Well,
what does the War Powers Act have to do?
Biden's not running the country. There's a company that's called the Millennium.
Excuse me, can we please stay on the War Powers resolution?
Yeah, go for it. It's all tied together.
You brought up, you said that the election might not happen because of a secretive act, and you cited the War Powers resolution. How would that in any way deter an election from being...
Because if we are technically at war, rather than use resources to do an election, they'll use those federal resources to fight the war.
Okay, the War Powers Act has nothing to do with elections.
It has everything to do with elections.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, you'll be able to vote.
All it does is limits the president's power when it comes to military action and what he can declare, what he can send. It just has to undergo congressional approval. So,
well, you might want to.
None of it has to do with. I'm reading it now, and I've read it before.
It says it right there.
Right where?
In Section A.
Okay, can you, dude, stay on the app, please?
Hold on. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to go pull up the War Powers Act.
I have it up here too.
Okay.
I'll find Section A.
Section A.
Okay, Section A.
So there's a company that's called the Millennium
Which chapter?
Corp. It's right there. It's the first.
I don't know who's
chapter?
debating and who's not, but
There are chapters to this
if you're not
act.
debating, can you stay on the box and clear it?
Section A is kind of non-specific. Section A of what passage?
Well, obviously you go ABC, but right there it's spelled out in A.
I know there are
The
chapters.
reasons why.
There are chapters that have subsections in it.
Correct.
So
And you gotta read the
Like this
subsections.
is chapter. I know which.
I mean, just like
chapter?
you guys tell me, you got to do
There's
your own
chapter
research.
13, section 2A, 2B, and 2C. But where am I looking? If I just look up chapter A, there are multiple chapter A's or section A's.
All right, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I'll pull
All
it
right,
up
man.
and I'll read it to you verbatim off the site.
I thought you had it up.
I do, but I got to go back into Google and read it.
All right, I
I'm on
have
my
the
phone
full
right
PDF. Just to let me know, man.
All right.
You use Google? I'm kidding.
I actually use DuckDuckGo, but I'm using Google for this.
Okay.
You use DuckDuckGo, sheeple. DuckDuckGo, sheeple. All right. Well, if you're debating, hop in the box. I don't know who's debating and who's not, but if you're not, can you please hop out? If you are, please stay in the box. Well, anyways, appreciate the stuff. If you guys want to support, please go join the Patreon. Would really appreciate it. It's a great way to support. Best way
Yeah.
to support. There's a bunch of tiers to pick from. Let me in and I will smoke you.
How's that going for the current
Yeah,
guest?
yeah. Press the request button. Yeah, it's always weird they talk so much shit. I do that. I literally do this full time. By the Supreme Court
And why would somebody do that?
because it violated the Clean Air and Water Act.
Okay. And what would that do for America?
It protected us and made us have lower gas prices in the Midwest.
Do we have lower gas prices now in the Midwest?
Well, we would if Donald Trump
Okay,
hadn't
so
signed
the answer to that question
OPEC deal.
is no. We don't have lower
Okay, but
gas
you're
prices.
Why couldn't
saying,
you let
hold on,
him
excuse me,
finish
excuse me.
before you interjected?
All right, let me go ahead and reiterate this
Sure.
for you. Our gas prices in the Midwest would have been higher in the future. The pipeline would not have opened until at least 2025, more likely 2030. And it would redirect oil that now has to go through the Keystone pipeline to refineries in the Midwest to the Gulf, where it can be exported overseas easier.
That's causing gas prices to go lower for Americans.
No. If the Keystone XL is successful, they can bypass the Midwest and send it to the Gulf, where they can get higher prices on ships and send it overseas.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
I don't give a fuck what you think is or is not true, because these were official studies done, period.
So what I want you to do, if you could, entertain me. Google the first 10 things Biden did when he was in office.
Cool.
Okay. Well, he did more than that.
And let's debate on whether those were helpful or harmful
Okay.
to America.
Shutting down the Keystone pipeline was beneficial. It did not allow their oil, Canada's oil, to be spilled into our rivers and waterways and into our land,
Okay, so how
and
many,
allowed it to go to the Midwest
stop right there.
and not to
So-
not to the Gulf.
if I could interrupt you.
That is beneficial.
Okay.
I prefer if you didn't.
When have we had a pipeline leak into rivers and lakes?
All the fucking time.
Come on, man. When have we
All the
had
fucking time, man.
an
What are you
oil
talking about?
pipeline leak into
All the
rivers
fucking
and
time.
lakes?
Yes, all the time.
When? Name a
The
time.
fucking Gulf spill.
Name a
The
time.
Gulf spill. Yes, the Gulf spill.
No, a
The
pipeline.
Exxon Valdez.
We're still seeing
Within-
commercials for it.
Pipeline, not off,
Within
not
months,
offshore
within
drilling.
months, bro, stop interrupting me. You asked a question, let me answer it. Within months of the Keystone Pipeline opening, there was oil spills. Literally blew up and shot out like a couple 100,000 gallons. Yes, it happens all the time.
Here's from 2022.
Okay.
It's been over a week since the TC Energy announced its Keystone Pipeline leaked into Mill Creek in Washington County, Kansas. Nearly 600,000 gallons of oil spilled into the waterway as well as land surrounding it.
2022.
Yeah. This was December. You asked, and you received.
All right, if you're not
Well, no,
political
let's talk
flashbang,
about.
I got a bunch of debates. How can you hop out of the box?
Let's talk about the other things.
No,
Of
no,
course you want to
no,
talk about
no,
something else.
No, not talking about anything else. Address that.
You said
Admit
you
you're
wanted us
wrong.
to show you when's the last time that's happened. This is 600,000 gallons.
Admit you're wrong.
Wrong about.
Admit you
Wrong
were
about
wrong.
what, man?
About oil leaking into rivers and lakes.
I don't know what that
Admit you were
source
wrong.
is. I never saw that on the news.
I don't
Because you
care.
don't read.
Nor do.
Last chance. 3,
So
2.
about what?
Admit you're wrong.
Dude.
You're not strong arming me.
And I gave you the source. It was TC Energy.
It's literally the fucking pipeline company. Get out of my life. I don't have any time for it. If you're going to support my decision to kick, there's a Venmo Cash App in the bio. Alternatively, you can join the Patreon. Literally the company that leaked it reported it. I don't know what you're debating. Political, jump out of the box.
Yeah, please stop joining.
Stop joining, man. Trying to keep it open. If you're not debating, hop out of the box. If you are debating, hop back in. I'm only looking for debates. Tommy can't handle common sense. Bro, it's
That
a fucking
was common
article.
sense?
Political. Flashbang. Stop joining.
Hello?
Hello, I'm back.
All right, can you admit you were wrong?
Wrong about what, man?
We do not care.
All right, don't come back in my life.
They're devolving, aren't they?
I
They
swear
have to
God.
be.
Stop joining my life or I'm going to block you. John, last warning. Stop joining my life. Deuces. I don't know why they take me for a liar.
You
I
blocked
don't know why
them?
they take me for a liar. Philo, are you debating? You don't come in here and debate, man. If you are not debating, please get out of the box. I don't want to fucking say it again. I'm dead ass. I will just cut you off. I've said it about 15 times. Get the fuck out of the box if you're not debating. Thank you. Get out of the box and start crying. No, get out of the box. You're a fucking mom. I don't want to see this pop up anymore. Well, your mom does. Okay, but they don't actually own it.
75% of the world.
They don't own it.
Anyways, that's just
not
what
their
I was
money.
addressing to the chat. Let's address what you've talked about in the past couple
All right, are you
hours.
debating?
I am. I'm trying to, if you let me.
We weren't talking about Black Rock or Vanguard.
I was. Anyways, so what I was going to bring up while I was waiting in the box
Just get on with it,
for a
please.
couple of hours, right?
Just get on with it, please.
I'm about to get there, Jaden. Just hold your
Okay,
roll.
stop complaining, please.
So about how one of your people you had in the box, right? They were saying how inflation has, hurt the gas prices and lumber and whatever, this, that, and the other. Like, I mean, you do know that American energy producers have put a tax on everything that they produce, making gas prices, and not just gas, but energy, go up. Because if they're not using green energy, they have to put an extra tax on what they're exporting out.
A carbon tax.
Correct. A carbon tax. That has to
There's
do
no
with,
carbon tax in the United States.
what is the Paris Agreement?
The Paris Accords is a voluntary, non-binding agreement.
A non-binary. Okay. It's a,
Not non-binary.
all right. So it's not an agreement, but there's still a tax, regardless, because they have to
No.
supply to the accord.
No.
Okay, so
The government has a gas tax or other taxes in that regard. We do not have a carbon tax.
Okay.
We do have carbon credits
that's not a,
that are handed out in a liable amount that are handed out to companies,
what is a carbon
to
credit?
car companies.
What is a carbon credit?
It is a way to comply with the restrictions in place with in place with Barack Obama after the 2008 collapse.
Right. Right. And that started
I'm
back
not even
then.
sure that he was responsible for
I don't
it.
think he is responsible for it. To
It
be honest.
basically said by 2030 they have to have specific requirements for how much gas mileage they're supposed to get
Right. And
by 2030.
they had companies
and
and their
those,
employers.
and if they didn't have those, then they had a certain amount of credits that are given out every year for the amount of allowable carbon.
Right.
That's why Tesla's able to exist, because Tesla would turn around and sell those credits to other companies.
Right.
Tesla's
Instead
about
of
to die.
planting trees, they could just buy carbon credits or something like that. I understand what you're saying, but I'm looking at a budgethouse.gov press release. Okay? And right here, what this is saying, the Biden plan means higher gas prices, new $62 billion tax on American energy producers. So energy producers have to pay a tax for everything they produce in United
What are you
States
talking about?
soil.
Which tax?
This is going to be the Joint Committee on Taxation, JCT analysis. So that was one of the things I was going to talk about. There's other stuff that I was going to bring up. You had another person in your box talk about how gun control.
Is this Republicans? Is there an independent?
Are we just going to rehash every past conversation we've had tonight?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I've been in the box for a while, Jaden. I mean, what do you expect?
Let's see.
Who posted this out?
I mean, this is budget.house.gov. This is a government statement. So, another one of the persons that you had in your box, right, was saying how, you know, if more people,
This is a Republican. Second,
if more people had guns, then there would be less gun violence. Which, I mean, you made a good rebuttal about it, as far as having, you know, whatever country that you name having more guns and having more crime, which I totally understand.
can we stop? Can you stop?
Do what you need to do.
Cynthia, are you debating? If you're debating, stay in the box. If you're not, please come out. He stated, President Biden threatened on Monday to seek a new windfall profits tax on major oil and gas companies unless they ramp up production to curb the price of gasoline at the pump. It also never went into effect. So that defeats your argument.
Okay, so what about the Inflation Reduction Act
What about it?
and how 12 billion in new taxes on American oil and gas producers enacted in the Inflation Reduction Act?
The one that made them clean up their oil spills?
I mean, whatever you want to call it, that's going to hike up gas prices regardless. They're not going to pay for it out of their pocket. You know how oil companies are.
Okay, here's the thing. We have had oil at this price per barrel before, and it was not this high.
So it's the oil company's fault.
No, it's refining capacity's fault. But yes, oil companies are making billions in profit.
Of course they are. Just like McDonald's and how they're selling $18 Big Macs. I mean, it's part of inflation.
No, they're not.
They are.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. It's going on in Connecticut right now, Jaden. I'm not lying to you. Why would I make that up?
Because you did.
I didn't. Look it up. I just told you it's in Connecticut. $18
Let's see
Big Macs
here.
meal, if it's a value size. I mean, it's not even a value size, it's a meal. McDonald's size, right here. $18 Big Macs.
Okay, so a meal, right?
It's a meal with medium fry, medium drink. It's not even a value
Okay,
size.
that's worth clarifying.
Okay.
And
okay.
10-piece chicken nuggets.
Whoa, where are you getting the 10-piece chicken nuggets from? I didn't see that.
I'm reading on the New York Post.
One branch in Darien, Connecticut charged as much as $18 for a Big Mac combo meal, which includes medium fries and a medium soft drink. Doesn't say anything about 10-piece chicken McNuggets.
Okay, I looked at the New York Post. What's your point exactly?
I'm talking about inflation because that's what the last person in the box was talking about. But I mean, I'm past that.
Well, this is price gouging.
Inflation, gas price gouging. I mean, you call it whatever you want to call
This
it.
would be corporate price
But
gouging.
I mean, as if you talk about how gas prices have gone up, it takes a lot of gas to move these trucks from one place to another if you're going to Connecticut. Is that not correct? I mean, you have to use gas to get there. Diesel by any means. You have to use gas to get there if you're a trucker.
Uh-huh.
Bro, okay,
Okay,
Joe Biden did not cause gas prices to go up.
I'm just saying.
Donald Trump did.
Okay, whatever you want to believe. I'm not saying what you're saying.
It's not whatever I want to believe.
Isn't true.
It's the OPEC Plus deal. Yes, the OPEC Plus deal.
OPEC is not the only person that makes gas in this world. Okay?
OPEC Plus is.
OPEC Plus is not part of what was initiated.
OPEC Plus
By
is
Donald
OPEC
Trump.
Plus other non-OPEC.
It's the OPEC Plus
is,
deal.
It literally, OPEC Plus is all oil exporting countries.
You don't
with the
have to
exception of
export it
ours.
if you make it here. That's the point, though. You're not exporting it at that point.
Okay, but then you're advocating for expensive oil.
Why are we advocating for expensive oil if we're producing it in America?
Because
does
it's
that
more expensive to produce it in
How
America.
does it make more sense to produce it in America than to buy it from foreign countries?
Because it's more expensive
makes
to
zero
produce
sense.
it in America.
It makes
No,
zero
it doesn't.
sense. But we're gonna move
it
on.
doesn't.
We're gonna move on. Okay.
Because of course
we're
we
not.
No,
are.
I'll take the
No,
L.
we're
I'll
not.
take the L on that. We're gonna move on.
No, we're not going to move
Why
on.
not?
No.
I just said I'll take the
absolutely
L.
not. No,
No, what?
no. So it's just disingenuous. No,
Why is
it's
that disingenuous? I mean, I'm giving you the win. We'll take the L on that. We'll move on.
It's disingenuous. I don't want to deal with it anymore, man. Stop turning the light.
Oh my.
We do not care.
I'm dead ass. And this is why I didn't want to debate you. From weird semantical argument where you can bring up a million different points. I don't want to debate you anymore, man. Stop joining the live. That makes no sense. I don't want to address it.
Anyone else? Fuck. Listen, if everyone watching could just shoot me $100, kidding. But I need to catch the fuck up, and I'm starting to get nervous because it's looking like I might lose this thing. Unless
Yeah, if you guys
there's
wanna
like a
head over there.
serious last-minute push that gets me ahead
Hey,
of all these
appreciate it.
fucking people.
Appreciate it, Sam.
Cynthia. I'll talk to her. What's up?
Hello, Cynthia. Time for our Cynthias.
Oh, she's not here.
All right, well. Yeah, go join the Patreon, please. You can watch the playbacks. That'd be cool. Otherwise, if you don't, I'll have to do Donald Trump lives. From prison where I'm going. It's true.
It's true. It's a sad thing. A horrible thing what they're doing to me.
A horrible thing that they've done to me. Anyway.
It's terrible. Look at this. Roxanne, she's in front of me. Chelsea. Jen Luker's got 3 pictures. Jade clearly paid for it. Shit's not fair. I was in 3rd place yesterday.
You sound like him so much. I try. It's true. I try. All the time.
It's true.
Wow. You do a fantastic job. You do a fantastic job. It's a great job. You do. Of course, they don't believe me. It's like I have to get my credentials. You really don't understand finance. You have enough followers. Join.
Happy days are here again. The sky above is clear again.
Okay, I'm going to clear it. If you are not debating, hop on out of the box. Stay out. Hop back in if you're debating. I only want opposition, please. I did everything right, and they still indicted me.
And they indicted me.
I'm going to do a new bit where I read a Donnie Trump. I'm going to do a new bit where I read a Donnie Trump truth every day.
I used to do videos where I would read his tweets as Krusty the Clown. Should do some of that again. Hello?
Hello.
What's up?
What's up? You don't understand finance. What's up? What are we debating?
Hello? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Are we
Well,
debating?
you're saying you don't understand how the oil system works, right?
Explain it to us.
What? Drunk?
No, you got all the tools and everything. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you drunk?
Explain it to me, and then I'm going to debate it with you.
Explain what? What do you want to know?
Are you drunk?
Of course I'm drunk.
It's a Monday. Come on, man.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Shit. Shoot. Bro, I don't think this is gonna. I think you're too drunk, to be honest with you.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Explain it to me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I know for a fact. I think you're too drunk, man.
No, I'm not too drunk. Just go ahead and explain it to me.
What am I explaining? The fact that I have to explain it to you.
Okay, well, here's one thing you got to explain. The Alberta.
You sound like Mr. Leahy, man. I gotta let you go. You sound like Mr. Leahy.
Right, yeah.
It just. I'm sorry. You gotta go. You're too drunk for this. He sounds exactly like Mr. Leahy, and it's gotta end.
That's fair. Hello?
Yo,
Yo.
So,
he built a wall, dude.
That's it?
Well,
Oh, yeah?
you know who else has a wall? China.
Biden.
China, like
Biden.
you want,
wall. It's a fantastic wall. It's a great big wall out front of my lawn. It's true. It's true.
I mean, you really want the only other people, the only people to have a wall to be China?
They're not the only people.
Okay, who
He's
else has a
trolling us,
wall?
J-Bird.
It's fucking
What was
awesome.
that, Tommy?
dude.
I think he's trolling us.
No, dude.
I didn't
We
even
should
see
have
who
a wall.
joined. Who was this?
We ought to
Zephyr?
have a wall.
The fuck kind of name is that?
I think it's pretty
Hey,
fucking
hey.
cool. Just like Big Daddy Trump's wall.
Big Daddy Trump's wall.
I'll ask the obvious then. If
Let's
this
see
wall
here.
is so great and works, why did immigration go up?
Well, because it's not for immigration; it's for the hurricanes.
Hey, Norma.
You're
Batman
funny.
Nukes. Norma, appreciate the cash app. Thank you.
Let's
Appreciate the
see.
cash ad, Norma. Thank you.
Well,
All right, well, I
notice,
appreciate you coming
notice
in and
how
with the
we've
next
got
person.
Biden in office now, and all the hurricanes.
Oh. You broke.
Yeah, listen, it was a good troll. I do, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Look at all the hurricanes. Now that Biden's in office, all the hurricanes are back. It's true. It's true. Look. Biden caused a hurricane. That's a good one. Anyways, you guys are debating. Go ahead and hop on the box. Norma, appreciate it. Thank you.
Tell me likey. Tell me what winning.
How many wars now? None. Thank you, Joe Biden, and thank you for preventing some in the future. I
Nice.
appreciate ya. Oh man. Biden paid the hurricanes. Biden called in the hurricanes.
It's a rigged hurricane.
They find a way to blame him for everything. That's the level of fanaticism and the level of like rabidness. Norma, again, appreciate it. Thank you. Norma.
He can control the. Look,
That's
I
a level-
swear, that's going to be the next claim: is he can control the weather.
I know. It's like it's going to go full circle right in the anti-Semitism.
He's controlling it.
All right. Why didn't crooked Joe Biden tell his Injustice Department to file the lawsuits and indictments against me 3 years ago, instead of right in the middle of my campaign for president? You're setting a bad precedent for yourself, Joe. This same can happen to you. These third world Biden indictments, which should have never been filed, would have been tried and over with years ago. My sleazebag opponent wouldn't be able to do this during my campaign or before the election. Shouldn't be able to do this. God, he is really...
I want to
God,
read
dude,
one.
listen to this guy. Like, this is so embarrassing. Can you imagine if someone you knew talked like this? You'd be like, get the fuck away from me, you fucking weirdo. That's exactly what you would do. Okay?
Let's see here. What do you have
I did
to say?
everything wrong, and they indicted me.
And they indicted
It's true.
me. It's like I have to give my
It's like I have to get
credentials.
it's like I have to get my credentials. Get him out of here. They're trying to put me in prison to keep me from losing the election. They're trying to put me in prison to prevent me from losing the election. It's true. It's true.
What voice should I read this in?
Let's give it a... Ooh. I'm in danger.
A Ralph Wiggum? I can't do Ralph.
What?
It's too high pitched.
I'm in danger. I can, kinda.
I called Bill Burr.
I'm in danger.
That's hard.
I'm in
Which
danger.
voice? Somebody suggest a voice and I'll read this one.
Would be a good one.
Oh, Mr. Burns. That's one. Zoidberg. Droopy.
Mickey Mouse.
Droopy would actually be kind of
kids.
funny.
Hi, kids. Do you like
Here.
violence?
We'll do Droopy.
I called Bill Burr dumb, weak, slow-moving, lethargic, gutless, and lazy. A rhino couldn't do the job. He just didn't want to be impeached, which the radical left lunatics were preparing to do. I was tough on him in the White House, for good reason. So now this moron says about me to get even, his verbal skills are limited. Well, that's one I haven't heard before. Throw that to the biggest political crowds in the history of politics by far. Bill Barr is a loser.
That's definitely something. It's true.
You're a
Wow,
loser,
that
Bill
was
Barr.
amazing. Brilliant.
Oh, come on.
My voice is fucked. Hi, Chad. Sorry.
Chad.
Just
Sorry,
call
no
back.
opera.
Alamo.
Uh,
I got Alamo in here. Yeah?
yeah, I didn't request.
for welcoming
I'm not
him.
Oppo.
Okay, what's up, Alamo?
I'll get you.
Hey, Tommy, I've asked you a question a few times. I wanted to know if you has watched on Netflix The Comey Rule?
No, I have heard of that.
You haven't heard of it?
No, I have heard of it. I don't know what it's about, but people have talked about it.
So
you think I would? You think I would know? It's like I would give my time to watch that because it's political.
Well, it's James Comey, the Republican director of the FBI who served 4 presidents, and Donald Trump told him he wanted to keep him. And James Comey, it's a story written by him, and they acted it out, and they, long story short, he wanted to stay apolitical, but Donald Trump kept inviting him to the White House for secret meetings and asking him whether he was being investigated for the Russia collusion or if any of his people were being investigated. And he fired everybody in the FBI, including the Attorney General, because they didn't want to do his bidding. But the story is how politically motivated that he made his position and was inviting him to a secret dinners in the White House. And they kept saying, why are you going? And he's like, well, he's the president. What am I going to do? Tell him no? So, but it's a really true story that you ought to watch it, man. And you'll get really, really, educated about Donald Trump's, he was trying to weaponize the DOJ and the FBI to do his bidding. That's basically the story.
Yeah, give it a shot. It's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's really good. The guy that played Donald Trump is, you'll recognize him, but he did a really great job of making his sounds, his voice, like, you know how Donald Trump goes, he's always.
Right.
Well, yeah. It's like they wanted to put me in jail. I swear. Yeah.
Anyway, you got to watch it, man.
He does do that. It's like they wanted to put me in jail. And I swear, he does do that. You see him like, damn, he's struggling. It's like they wanted to put me in jail. It's like he's got a CPAP on, you know? He's just, yeah.
So anyway. I'm down here in South Texas. The reason why my name's Alamo Defender is because my great-great-great-great-grandfather, he actually fought in the Battle of the Alamo. And they named the elementary school after him, and he's on the inside the building, inside the actual Alamo picture of him. But the BS about the open borders, not true at all. They're documenting everybody that's coming through. You can see it every day. But that's a whole other subject. That's a long story. But anyway, don't believe that open border stuff. I'm down here. I don't see any of it. I'm by Eagle Pass in Laredo.
Literally everybody that comes in here to debate on my live is from Eagle Pass. Every single person. That's kind of weird. Everybody's from Eagle Pass, has been to Afghanistan, apparently. Was there during the withdrawal. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyway.
Thanks for inviting me in, bro.
All right, cool. Have a good one, man.
I follow you, man. Let me in some another day.
All right. Take care, man.
You too.
And worked on the pipeline. Yeah. Everybody here is. I worked on the pipeline while we were withdrawing from Afghanistan and kept
also
people at Eagle Pass.
They know people who died of the vaccine.
Yeah.
Also, they have a trans friend or a gay nephew or some shit. Or a black niece. It's always a black niece or my kids are black.
Hey, Ashley, appreciate the Cash App. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm not racist. My daughter's black. Right. Or they see people crossing the border. Or they saw people voting illegally.
I saw people. Yeah.
Where they saw Black Lives Matter destroyed a city they live in. So it's weird, to have such a robust
Yeah, I think
pool
I
of
just
people
got that
to
job. I just got that job, by the way. I can't tell you guys yet, but
I know. You gotta bring me
they
on
didn't
as a
put any
consultant.
preconditions. So I am gonna. They didn't give me any preconditions.
Sweet.
I don't know if I want. So I'm gonna rub that in people's face.
As you
I feel
should.
like I feel like I should. I feel like I should, but also I want to be used in the future, so I don't really know. I don't know if I should. I don't know. I'll talk it over with people. I can't talk about the project yet. I can't talk about the project.
I know.
I'll be out here next week or something. Be out here next week. Hey, babe. Girlfriend's here.
Tanya?
Oh, I haven't told her yet. I got approved for that project, but I'm not telling anyone. I'll probably tell you guys after it comes out, but I won't. I don't know if I'll include who, which would be really funny. Yeah. Should be really funny.
It's contagious.
So that's what I'll be working on tomorrow. Oh, we got someone. Are you debating Leon or Lion? I want to say Leon. Anyway, and also, but I won't be gone this next month, and it appears not. I don't know yet. We'll see. But as of right now, I won't be streaming from elsewhere.
Nice.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, but I have a good point. I think we'll just take that, I guess. Yeah, nobody can tell me what he did.
Are you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
What's up?
Not much.
No, there's only a handful
one
of people
of
that know
the
about the
points that I
project.
wanted to bring up, because I am following all the Trump cases, indictments, fraud trial, all that. I wonder why nobody brings up the fact that he can't have his cake and eat it too. He self-admits fraud when he reports his value as one level for taxes and another level to get a loan. Either way, it's fraud.
Yeah.
I just don't hear anybody talk about that on any of the news networks or in the trial or any of that stuff. It's like that should be the most obvious thing because they both can't be true, the valuations.
Yeah, and that's something that came out pretty clear and concise in the court case. We've talked about it in here, but yeah.
Yeah. For the record, I love watching your lives. I'm here almost every day.
Nice. Well, I appreciate it, man.
That was all I wanted to talk about and have a conversation on is, but you can't get any Trump supporters to understand that it's obvious fraud when he's claiming one thing one place and another thing another,
Yep.
Right, and and knowingly doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like you're talking about a discrepancy of like a couple $1 million or 20 or 10. You're talking about a huge discrepancy, right? It's not even rounding error.
Yeah. And then I was watching the case today and it came out that, when Trump got that property in Mar-a-Lago, they checked the box to name it a commercial property, which gave it one valuation. And then when they go to get loans, they mark it as a residential property to get increased valuation for collateral loan,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, even without the dollars discrepancy, he files taxes based on a commercial property and gets loans based on a residential property.
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
So that was all I had.
All right, well, appreciate you coming in,
It's an honor
man.
to be on here and meet you. I really respect what you do, and I love listening to you.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Good talking to you, man.
Yep. Bye.
Take care.
Take care. Yeah. I can't talk. I can't talk about the project, but it's less than a week. Fucking go.
Nice.
I'm so pumped. Only a handful of people know about it. And I'll tell you guys what it is after. But I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not going to jeopardize it. But I'll tell you what it guys is after. So it's not like a huge thing, but it is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. No one cares, bro. Why are you in my live then? Here, let me help you out. And you follow me. What the fuck? Go away. Fuck.
I don't care what you have to say, but what time are you live?
Yeah. I set my notifications.
Let me follow you soon.
Man.
I can tell you I don't care.
If I'm excited about it, I am. I am for potential going forward. That's why. I am for potential going forward. That I'll be the person that they reach back out to in the future. So. Anyway. Yeah, my throat is fucked. I might have to go out here. I don't think DJ's debating. Oh, man. Shit. Hey, Norma and Ashley, appreciate it. Ashley, again, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I won't be live, so go join the Patreon so you can watch the playbacks. I'll be live tomorrow.
That's right.
Oh, shit. Sherry, did I thank you? I don't know if I did. Sherry, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Tony Polisi, appreciates it. Thank you, Sherry. Appreciate it. Let me on. Yeah, you do not have enough followers, I'm betting. Yeah, you don't.